Do you define being a woman or being feminine as being sedentary and being quiet and demure? Then you're really limiting who women can be. So sports, even if you don't play, give women another version of what it means to be a woman.
Those were the words of Jacksonville's Nancy Hogshead, a three-time gold medalist in swimming, and it's part of a documentary titled Beyond Triathlon, and it's featured this weekend at the St. Augustine Film Festival. A key member of that documentary is 90-year-old Dottie Dorion, a trailblazer in the sports world and an athlete who we are pleased to be joined by this morning. Dottie, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
When did you start as an athlete, and what barriers did a young Dottie had to overcome?
Right. I started really early in life because I had a twin brother. So we were kind of double trouble, and we got into a lot of activities and everything else. So anyway, I got into competitive sports really when I started in junior high school.
Okay.
You know, in an organized way. And I found out then that my brother had a lot more opportunities than I did.
How frustrating was it knowing that someone that you played with growing up was allowed to truly compete at higher levels simply because of his gender?
Right. Well, I'm a pretty determined person, and I'm also very competitive. So I decided that whatever I could do, I was going to do, and then sometimes I'd even pass off as a boy.
No kidding.
Yeah. You can get in a lot of trouble for that. But anyway.
How many young boys did you beat and then lord over the fact that?
Yes, a few.
A few.
Especially in company picnics and all that sort of thing. You know, they'd have little races. So I was always. I did very well.
Girl power. Good for you. Beyond Triathlon can be seen at 4 p.m. on Sunday at the St. Augustine Film Festival and features stories from a variety of trailblazing female athletes. Dottie, triathlons are difficult in themselves in order to run, swim, and bike. Which of those disciplines do you find the most challenging?
Well, the first one was swimming because I didn't have any swimming skills. So I had to get over the fear of water and everything else. And then, I mean, you can't do a triathlon if you don't swim. So, I mean, that's the first enlightenment. And so I did. I went to the Y. I went to other places. Now I got some very good swim coaches. Because just because you can run or you can bike doesn't mean you can swim.
Yes.
It's a rude
at a competitive level, too.
Yes.
The swimming pool wall is not available during a triathlon.
That's right. That's right.
We mentioned 90 years. Do you still compete? And what do you still compete in?
Well, at 90, I even have trouble getting my 90-year-old age group. So I'm being more successful in that. That's coming along. And I do plan to do a 5K.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of running, we've mentioned to some of our coworkers that you were going to be joining us, and Chief Meteorologist Tim Deegan wanted to say hello, but also he said that he was inspired by you when he himself was a younger marathon runner. What does it mean to hear that other athletes look up to you?
Right. Well, you hope that that's one of the purposes of why we did this documentary, because I did want to inspire others. And I think maybe that's been the key role that I had, was to inspire. And it wasn't what triathlon did for us, it's what triathlon helped us do for others.
How much of a sense of responsibility do you have for truly paving the way for what athletics for women in America has become?
Right. Well, the women have just grown by leaps and bounds almost, you know, which has really made me very proud. And it's not just me, it's thousands of other women who are also role models and encouraging, and also giving people the opportunity. Some people do not have the opportunity, especially when you swim and you bike and you run. So I hope that it's been inspiring, and that was the purpose of it. And I've always said, you either have to use it or lose it. So it gets people involved and it gets them in better conditioning and everything else, and healthier. And especially in the new year, you always like to have someone inspiring you to get out there and stay out there and be consistent, which is really important.
Well said. For more information on Beyond a Triathlon, as well as other movies at the St. Augustine Film Festival, you can go to staugfilmfest.com. Again, Beyond a Triathlon can be seen at the St. Augustine Film Festival tomorrow at 4 p.m. Dottie, thank you so much for joining us. 90 years young, competing in triathlons to pave the way, and also a documentary about her life and other athletes. Dottie, thank you.
Thanks so much. I appreciate being here. It's a big honor. Thank you.
Wonderful. We're back right after this.